Thank you, Professor, for your moderation. And as to conclude our workshop today, we will now invite representatives of co-hosting organizations to draw lessons from the workshop series for the last 3 years. So please welcome once again our distinguished participants, Professor Soyoung Chung of Korea University, Dr. Innocent Kabenya of GGGI, and Dean Motumak Tolera of Hawassa University, and Dr. Donggyun Park of CSD Lab, and Dr. Sarwa Chaudhry of UNDP Seoul Policy Center.
Hello again. I'm supposed to moderate this final, but a very quick session. Before we start to have some discussions in this session that I'd like, Sawat just joined. Thank you very much. I was wondering whether you would be joining this session. So the purpose of this session is to wrap up our last 3 years activities, and then I would like to ask each partner organizations to share your final, thoughts on what we have achieved and what's ahead in front of us in upcoming years. Okay, I know that you have a lot of things to say, but thinking about the time, especially in Seoul, 11:15 p.m., I hope that your statement will be brief as possible, but having good implications, right? So now, in a reverse order of the program, I'd like to invite Sawat as the first speaker, to share what you feel about what we have done for the last 3 years, and then in the future, what we will do. Sawat, floor is yours.
Sure, thank you, Professor Chung. And your team, and also all the co-hosts of today's webinar, and colleagues in Ethiopia, and various speakers for a very engaging discussion today. So since our morning session, I've been listening to some of the presentations on live stream, and they were all very informative presentations, and also followed by very good questions. So since Professor Chong requested that I come in the end today, so yeah, it's 11:15 p.m. in Seoul now, but I think it was a very, it's a time well spent. And I also wanted to say that from the UNDP Seoul Policy Center and from UNDP overall, it's been a very good partnership with us, for us to be involved in this QICA supported projects with Professor Chong and your team and the other partners. We have we have produced knowledge products and on forestry issues. We have participated in various climate COP events and presented on our work. And it's always been a pleasure to listen to the Korean experts and the Ethiopian experts. And today was the same. And so I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to be involved, and also that we do look forward to our future cooperation. So yeah, thank you and good night.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Now, Dr. Park, I know that you have been speaking a lot today as a moderator, so maybe, but still, I think you still have something to add actually as a speaker now.
For the past 3 years, Hawassa University has been working very hard to lead this project. And Professor Donggyul Kim and Professor Denabo, and most of all, Dean Motuma has demonstrated remarkable leadership, but still, you should have work a lot of to do. Remember in July 2019, Ethiopian government planted 350 million trees in just 12 hours. I guess still you at this point you have a lot of things to do. To plant trees, 20 million hectares of forest until 2030, one must produce high quality young seedlings in large quantities. It is necessary to build an advanced nursery at Hawassa University and spread this production system nationwide. They can mass produce seedlings suitable for the locality. And also it would be best if you produce experts and researchers and government officers, and share the knowledge with the local people as well as neighboring countries. And I recommend maybe you can set up or create a high-level policy program run by Hawassa University that can provide a up-to-date information and international trends on climate change, forest issues, and carbon markets. Now, who is going to do this? I believe this is maybe the Dean Motuma's mission. Then who should you work with? Financial and technical support from World Bank, maybe UNDP and TGGI with Dr. Innocent, maybe Koika, Dr. Kim Dong-ho, and maybe Mr. Singh. And finally, maybe the role of EFCCC is more important. And the Chairman Fakadu of EFCCC is essential. When all these cooperations and efforts come together, you can achieve green Ethiopia in 10 years later. And Hawassa University will be at the center of it. And the Motuma, you will lead all this program. And then Koika, and also the Dr. Zheng will support this program. And I believe for these 3 years, the objective of this project is achieved. And we have still 6 more months, but the mission is complete. And thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Park. As an expert, he has been contributing himself to a large extent to implement this project. And he never said no whenever I asked him to help me on any matter. So having said that, thank you very much for your friendship and then your dedication and then your guidance all the time for all of us up to now.
My pleasure, anytime.
Okay, now I'd like to invite Dean Mutuma for your final words.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I've included some of it already in my presentation, that the whole objectives of this project were very much in line with our goals and missions, which are more rotating around teaching, research, and community service. So I can say that the different activities of this project have touched upon all these missions and goals, and they were also very fruitful. And I want to also mention the effort through this project, the effort made to bring our college to international level conferences like COP, where the activities of our college was also presented. So I think the most important thing which I want to emphasize, and which we learn it, which others in this room also should, I think, take a note, is that this project was a 3 years project. And even under difficult situations like the pandemic, we have held, this is a second online event. So it was very strict and on time. And I think timely accomplishment of projects is something that we can learn from your leadership, Professor Chong. Thank you for that one. And this is not only for our college specifically, but the issue of climate and forest is also very critical for our country. This is where we are really intervening at high level. So this high-level workshop, which involved capacity building for government officials, is really a very good model which needs to be scaled up. And of course, this is already taking us to another new collaboration, and we have to really look for even more collaborations between Korea University, like what Dr. Park said a few minutes ago. More collaborations of capacity building, sharing Korean experiences in the areas of forestry in more elaborative way and reaching this out to the ground, the grassroots level, and to other even collaborators with us is very important. Our college and our university, I can also say our university as a whole, will always be very happy for what have been achieved so far. And this laid a very good foundation in our college. And we look forward to work with you all in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean Mutuma. Dean Mutuma has been always dedicated to implement this project. I know that the request that we posed to Hawassa University, partially because of the requirements of the COICA, have been very, very strict. And he never said no, right? He knew how to find out the solutions to address the challenges. And of course, we teamed up to do so, but without his leadership, even without his network that he has in Ethiopian society, I don't think this project could have achieved the planned goals that we did actually now. So having said that, thank you very much. Now I'm very pleased that I found the friendship actually in Ethiopia from you. Thank you very much. Now, I know that Innocent doesn't like to call as a doctor, but I'd like to call the Innocent as the Dr. Innocent Kebanga, country representative of Ethiopia of the GGGI, for your final remarks. Innocent, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Professor Chang. The reason I don't take doctor is because I dropped my PhD in Sweden some time back. So I'm Mr. Innocent Kabenga. Thank you very much. I would like to thank, all those who participated today. This was a long day, but the exchanges and presentations were very good. I would like to thank the commission. Like everything that we are doing, I think with Hawassa University, of course, with Korea University, with GGGI, we do have the ministry or the commission that is our link with the government, and this is extremely important. Hawassa University, it has been wonderful, really, for GGGI to link up. Now that we are going to start a new project, then we'll be able to collaborate more. Korea University and the Center for Sustainability that is represented by Professor Chang. I really, really, really want to thank you, Professor Chang. You are the one who initiated all this. And I'm very happy because the 3 years program that we had, project, if you want, that is, we are concluding today, has a lot of fruits. And one of them is the 12 million project that I presented today for sustainable landscape restoration in Ethiopia. And this will have more ramification. So I think this project was extremely important. I joined 2 years ago when I came from Rwanda, and I arrived in June, and end of August, we did the second workshop. And I have seen the publications, and now we have this project, and knowing all of us like this, and I'm really happy that we'll continue to collaborate for the next 5 years through this COICA project. Then I would like to thank Professor Chang for bringing a new element, like the introduction of Kaus University and the presentation that was made. This is something extremely important that we don't need to stay like in one area where we don't collaborate or understand or think about what the other people are doing, and also linking like 2 countries. And I'm sure Professor Mutuma from here, he has seen how he can link up with this university, which is highly ranked to some universities of science and technology in Ethiopia. So just stay well, and it's just bye-bye, but we are still together for the next 5 years or even more. Thank you.
Thank you, Innocent. So I don't think I have many things to add based on what all the colleagues has mentioned. So basically, it has been wonderful. It has been enjoyable time for us to get together. We identified big challenges. Also out of it, we found opportunities, and we made it as real. And then this will be still a starting point for the bigger opportunities that we can, identify in the near future. We have now new partners. I'm not necessarily talking about the partner organizations here. I am talking about everybody in this room. And then without anybody in this room, I don't think we could have done this. So in that sense, I have privilege to be part of this wonderful journey. This is the end of the present workshop. Once again, final outcome out of this project is to provide Paolo's recommendations for the government of Ethiopia. That's the project idea that we have been talking a lot this year, today. And also, Hawassa University plan to become a center of excellence. And two final outcomes will be finalized by the end of this year, along with other, activity outcomes that we have built for the last 3 years. And then, I'm sure that we will meet again next year to have better topics to discuss about, maybe with a bigger participation of the KAUST, right? You should visit the KAUST campus. It's wonderful. I've been there several times, and then unless you would be there, you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. So, this will be another chance for us to get together to build a bigger community of this climate and environment in general. Having said that, I know that Mr. Tongo Kim is here still. Would you want to say any final words, if we want? Microphone, please.
Okay, I'd like to say that with my sincere heart, my great congratulations to all of you, especially to Korea University and also Hawassa University, also to GGI and UNDP. So even though it is very late time in Korea, so we finally get to the conclusion. So I'd like to say my great congratulations, also my great applause to all of you for your successful completion of these 3-year projects. So this is not the end of our program for the climate change response and the other kinds of environmental projects. So as I mentioned, one of the 4 major pillars will be green economy and the climate change response. So we will do our best to promote and expand our current and future cooperation in that field. So I would like to say that I will very much appreciate if you continue providing your great support to this project. So thank you so much for your active participation, and thank you for your great and very enthusiastic participation and a good conclusion. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. He was the country director of the Koikai in Ethiopia. So I think it's time for us to conclude everything. My final word is I should thank for all the staffs who have been actually working really hard to organize this workshop. They spent numerous times to prepare for this workshop, and everything has been almost perfect, I think, today. So I finally would like to thank for my staff who devoted your time and efforts to organize this workshop together. So now this is the end of the workshop. So bye-bye. And then I look forward to meeting you again in the near future. Bye-bye. David, bye-bye.